are these socials?
Taking down the other podcasts one by one.
Who are these socials?
That clip is why people make fun of you.
With Karl
This is all just for the radio.
and Blind Mike.
We have a lot of business to take care of.
Who are these
We are
socials?
the number one podcast on the internet today.
WATS.
Welcome to yet another episode of WATS, the show thousands of people come to answer the age-old question, what's the deal with social media? If you could find a show that knows more about social media, it's probably somewhere no one can find it, like Rumble. I'm your host, Karl Hamburger. With me, as always, is Mike Geary, a.k.a. Blind Mike. What's up, Mike?
Kush Army, rise up!
Oh, no! You're one of them? I've been
Taking you down from
infiltrated
the inside, baby.
on my own show. That guy's a clown. Johnny Kush from Marijuana Happy Hour. He just tweeted that he's got his plane ticket to Detroit. He's going to meet me at the live show in Detroit. I'm like, oh, okay. I just sent him back. I'm not playing pretend with you anymore. That's not
Part of the world tour. That's exciting.
not what I'm doing. Now, Mike, some people are saying I won't read your super chats, and I'm going to have those people sign an NDA. I will read every super chat. In fact, we have all new personalized jingles that came in from the jingles department. So if you have given us a super chat of over $25 in the past, then you have a personalized jingle, and we have a new voice on these jingles also, Mike.
Oh, excellent. This is all very exciting.
I know some people were a little bit concerned about the whatever that twangy redneck voice was that we had.
She was
So
cute.
that has been corrected. I thought she was hot. Now, Mike, I'm going to remind you, because you seem to always forget this, I don't know why, that we always start this show with banter. And it seems to surprise you. Every time it comes up, you're like surprised. Like, oh, banter. You have nothing to talk about. I always have to lead, which is fine. I'll start things off with our world famous banter, even though we're talking about social media. I also like to talk about my life. This is what co-hosts do. They talk about their lives. They get to know each other. The audience gets to know them. And I wanted to tell you that right after this show, I have a fantasy football draft to attend.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
And Mike, I got to tell you, I have not had a chance to study. So I'm looking for strategic tips from you.
It's funny you say that. Last week after the show, I didn't feel the need to brag about it, but I had a fantasy draft after last week's episode.
Okay.
And I fucked up real bad.
No.
My draft started freezing. I had my buddies texting me because they just see like, Mike Geary has left the draft. Mike Geary has re-entered the draft. It was a disaster. So we'll see if Team Geary limps to the finish line this year.
What's the name of your team, Mr. Magoo?
I'm not quite that clever with it.
Is that a rude thing to say to a blind person?
I don't go that deep with the blind cuts.
Sorry. Oh, whoops. That's the first time I said something to you, and I felt like you took a beat. Like, wait, what? What the fuck does that asshole just say to me?
It's such a hip reference. It took me a second.
I know, it is hip. I don't know if you heard Stuttering John's joke for me. He said it twice. But he said that there might be flooding where my house is in Florida because of the storm. And he said, an alligator might get into your house. And then he would bite my leg off. And he goes, Karl, would that be a club sandwich?
I was so happy you broke down him breaking down the art of tagging jokes.
That was great.
There's sometimes where I'm listening to his show live and I'm like, I don't want to tell Karl about this. I want to see if he discovers it for himself. So it's a little treat when I hear you guys talk about the moments I want you to talk about.
That was lucky, too, because I can't watch all 28 hours that John's doing a day anymore. It's
of course,
too much.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was trying to explain to DG what
it's like a tag.
Tagging, yeah, he couldn't define a tag without using the word tag, and DG was not getting it. He's just throwing out one line. He's like, no, I get it. It's like this and this and this. It's like, no, that's not. So then when John was trying to think through his act and jokes that he has, and you could tell he wanted to go into these homophobic and anti-trans jokes that he has.
Yeah.
He's like, well, no, I
That's
can't
all
do
he's
that.
got.
Yeah, he's like, I got a bunch of jokes, but they're mostly just dead naming celebrities. So, let me think
I don't want to burn my A material for the special.
Right. All right. Are you ready to get into this, Mike, or do you want to talk more about fantasy football? Because I'll tell you, man, I know you want to talk about fantasy football all day, but I think the people in the chat are not interested in it.
I can't imagine that that's true, but all right, fine. Let's get into it.
All right.
Who are these YouTube videos? Who are these YouTube videos?
right, we're starting off on YouTube. We're starting off with Delete Lawz. Now, Delete Lawz, believe it or not, is up to 311,000 subscribers. Ooh. And I remember when we started watching this guy, I think it was around 90,000.
Yeah, or in the low hundreds for sure.
Yeah, this thing is blowing the fuck up.
You're welcome, Chili.
It's unbelievable what's going on with Jose Maria. And so apparently, though, it's not growing anymore.
Well, actually, can I give you a quick update on our buddy Dickbag Patrol first?
Yeah.
He so that's the account that Chili has latest said he was suing,
right,
among many others. And so Dickbag Patrol made a farewell video because I guess in Chili DeCastro live stream he wished that Dickbag Patrol get bone cancer. And so Dickbag Patrol made a video with Chili DeCastro's AI version, saying goodbye to him. And I think Delete Lawz took that as like a win. Like, I got this guy to both cease and desist. It's like, no, he's obviously fucking with you, Chili.
Yeah, he really is a dumb guy. He certainly is. I don't know.
He's the stuttering John of this show for sure, because he fits all the qualities. He's rude. He's arrogant. He's completely not self-aware at all. He's a slob based on the story we heard of the house he moved into. Like, I think he checks off a lot of the John boxes.
Well, also, I think most people watching him or hate watching him. I can't imagine people are watching his content and thinking, I'm on this guy's side. But there is a video where we're going to show another example of, I just can't believe he's the one posting this because it's so embarrassing. But first off, we're going to start with his latest lawsuit, or potential lawsuit, I should say, because this poor guy's getting fucked over.
I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but last month I was telling you guys how fast we were growing, and YouTube pretty much has put the filters over this channel now. They really have. It's pretty sad what they've done. And, you know, eventually it'll end up in a lawsuit. But as for right now, I'm just going to go with the flow right this second because I'm involved in too many litigations. It takes up a lot of time and energy.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. Fire up the GoFundMe, Google, because it's lawsuit time.
Yeah, so he said that there's a filter. I don't think that's what a filter is. I think he's wrong about that. But I guess he's getting shadow
I think if
banned.
you're doing a channel like that where you do the same shit every day over and over again, you should be pretty grateful that your channel grew by 200,000 subscribers in like 6 months.
Yeah,
take a minute to smell the roses, Chili. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, right. So someone needs to tell this asshole he can't sue over an algorithm. But also, it seems like the algorithm is working for him. It's been working very well for him for quite a while now because his content's terrible and people keep signing up for it. And what annoys me about this, beside the fact that he thinks it's cool to sue people, which it's not, anyone who was just like, I got so many lawsuits going on, it's like, well, you're an asshole and you should go fuck yourself. But
I am just up to my eyeballs in frivolity.
Yeah, it's like, this is not a good thing. It's not something you should brag about. But the other thing is, there's a lot of creators with legit gripes against YouTube. This is not one of them.
Right.
This guy is doing very well.
We need to silence Alex Jones and the guy who's yelling at the cops. Those are the two people we need to go after.
All right. So then later on in the same video that goes on and on and on. Oh, it starts off. I almost wanted to play the intro. He's like, all right, everyone, you're going to learn a lot today. I got a big show planned for everyone's going to learn a lot. I'm like, all right.
Get my notes.
Yeah, fucking idiots. So, and that's the thing too. It's always the people whose lives are way worse than my life is who want to teach me shit. Whether it's Jerry Banfield or Jose Maria de Castro. It's like, no. I don't need to learn from you. You should probably be watching people more successful than you and figuring it out rather than sitting here and trying to wax poetic about what you think is going on in the world.
It's stunning, all these people we cover where it's like, if everyone is saying something about you, even if we're all wrong, you don't take a second to say, like, how did they all come to this conclusion?
Okay. So this is a fun little super chat, and you tell me if this person's trolling or not.
Okay.
Because I have my own theory on this.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Max. I appreciate it. You're so welcome, man. As he said, I just wanted to thank you for what you do. I love articulate lawyers who do the right thing. I bought the pamphlet and it's already helped me. 4 cops this month gave up and let me go. There it is. I'm not a lawyer. I don't have a law degree. I didn't even graduate from college. I got no-knock raided by the police in 2002. They kicked my door down with the SWAT team. Ever since that day that happened to me in 2002, I have studied the foundation of America, constitutional law. I really should have gone to law school, but the simple fact of the matter is that, yeah. So anyway.
Whoops, you know where to go with that.
What's
I
the
should have
fact
gone
of
to
the
law
matter?
school, but yeah, that's not happening. Obviously.
I couldn't get in. Is that the end of that sentence? What are you talking about?
I'm
Chili?
not smart enough for that. So this is obviously a troll because he, $10. He said, "I just wanted to thank you for what you do. I love articulate lawyers who do the right thing." That's hilarious, right there.
Yeah, I love
But then-
handsome geniuses.
Yeah, right. But then he says, "I bought the pamphlet and it's already helped me. 4 cops this month gave up and let me go." Now, this pamphlet, correct me if I'm wrong, this is that thing where you put your license, registration, and
trifold.
insurance. Oh, is that something different?
No,
the
I think you're
pamphlet?
right. I think it's the trifold. Yeah.
Okay. And that's the thing that, like, you can show to cops so that they don't murder you as they're pulling you over for speeding or running a stop sign.
Oh, you have the proper paperwork. I'm sorry. I won't draw my gun.
So this guy's definitely trolling him. And I love, again, a Stuttering John parallel when they read these things and just take it for face value. Like, yep, you know what? I know it seems like I'm a lawyer. It probably looks like that. I'm actually not, but thank you. I do appreciate that.
I think it's legitimate. It was from Ray Ping You. He's usually pretty good. So.
Raping you. That's amazing. All right.
Yay, super chats.
Hamburger, $2 says hi. And then my sister-in-law says, if we keep super chatting, you might be late, huh? And that's because my brother is also in this fantasy football league that needs a draft at 8 p.m. tonight. So
Sabotage is a
she's trying to sabotage. Hey, it's your boy Drew Peanuts.
Hey.
Ability to sue someone is granted through passing law.
That's the ultimate problem with Chili DeCastro, is that he doesn't understand how much he's using the legal system.
Right. Good point. All right. So this is one of his shorts that he does. And this is one of the ones where he's fucking with the police. And again, I just cannot believe he thinks that he's in the right on this one. He thinks the cops are the ones that come off poorly in this video. And I don't know that anyone else watching this would think that for a second.
It's
You keep on bumping into me, bro.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's the classic where it's like, boy, I hope no one ever sees this. Meanwhile, he posts it like, huh?
He posts it and he puts all production into it and he's got graphics around it. He wants everyone to see this.
Your body cam shows that you're walking into me.
Touch me again.
How about this? Eat my shorts, copper.
Yes. Touch me again.
What would you do about it?
Cowabunga.
No, take off the badge and gun. What would you do about it? You couldn't do a damn thing to me. You need this badge and you need a gun and you need someone to back you up.
Yes.
You're a wussy, bro.
Yes.
You need this guy right here to get out of his chair in case I decide to throw you on the ground.
Yes.
That's a simple fact. Because if you didn't have
The
the
guy
badge
goes,
and
"Yeah,
gun,
that's
bro,
true."
you're no match for me any day.
Yeah.
That's what backup is for when someone gets unruly. Yes. Correct. That's
All
why
true.
he's here.
Yeah, if
Like,
you
that's not a victory.
If you assault me, I may not be able to handle it. You're correct.
Right.
Not any day. So then back.
You're right.
Go sit down.
You're right.
Go sit down.
You're right.
You're gonna indoctrinate kids and then say I can't tell them to warn them about you. Your life is terrible,
not
dude.
when they're
Are you an
on our
alcoholic?
responsible.
Are you an alcoholic?
I'm not an alcoholic.
Half of you guys are. Do you beat your wife and kids?
I don't beat my wife and kids.
40% of you do.
Really? Where's
More than the
statistics for
NFL. More than the
Where's
NBA.
statistics for that?
Look it up on the internet. It's everywhere.
And you know how those people
so,
act.
so this pig walked up to me, put his big fat belly on me, and then said, "Touch me again, touch me again." I'm right here, dog. I'm not moving. I can be anywhere I want. You keep on bumping.
He thinks he wins the argument by throwing out statistics. I'd love to see this guy talk to a black person in the mall. And start throwing out, you ever talk to your kids, huh? Do you even know your kids, huh?
Well, that's a perfect scenario because I think it's pretty wild to say to anyone, I mean, you're probably more likely to beat your wife than one of those Neanderthals in the NBA.
Oh, I
You know how they behave.
That whole thing is just, what is he thinking with all of that? So I also want to point out that the no-knock raid he was complaining about before in that previous clip,
Yes.
we actually broke it down because we looked at his arrest report that he was selling like a date rape drug.
Yeah.
And that was the reason for that. You know, I don't know, and maybe I haven't watched every second of his videos. Has he ever really talked about why there was a no-knock raid on his apartment? Has he ever explained that? 'Cause
If I'm selling roofies, you can still at least knock. Is that really an excuse? Come on.
Okay, fair enough.
There's something called politeness.
Yeah, but I've seen Goodfellas. You get a chance to flush shit down the toilet. Now the evidence is gone, so sometimes you just gotta barge in there and see what's doing. I would. Think.
He's like Batman. He was selling roofies for good.
Right. Yes, he's a vigilante for good. But that's the funny thing about this guy is that he thinks that just the term no-knock raid equals bad. So you're like, oh, this poor victim. He got no-knocked raided? Well, yeah, but he was also selling like really dangerous drugs to people who were using them to rape girls. So there's that. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't sue me, Jose Maria. I don't know if that's true. I'm just just cracking wise over here.
People use roofies for a wide variety of things.
Correct. Yes, there's a lot of fun things you can do with Trank.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out that I think that because the Vegas cops are all onto him, he had to go do this in LA. So this is the LAPD that he's fucking with now, which is great because those guys aren't busy at all. They have nothing else to do than to be harassed by Chili de Castro. So
it's got to be in Vegas. It's got to be like a little exciting. Like, hey, guess who fucking showed up at my traffic stop today?
For sure. Yes, I think that's why now they're all just laughing at him. And he's like, well, I guess I got to go to LA and do this because
find a new audience. I got to workshop this material.
Anymore. Elect Stut John with $2 New Zealand dollars says hashtag Stuttering John 2024 hashtag Maha make America something again. What would the H be?
Handsome.
Handsome. And then Bella Butt 91 with $10. Thanks for calling out DG. Now we get to see if he signs the NDA. Bella Butt, what is that all about? John's making his co-host sign an NDA. It doesn't even make fucking sense.
To not disclose what?
Right.
Like, what time they're doing the show? What information does this man have?
John's one of these idiots who watches MSNBC and CNN and he sees that Trump has these NDAs with porn stars or whoever. And he's like, oh, that's what I need. I need NDAs. That's going to get me out of all of this. Like,
he's manipulated so easy by that Vince the lawyer guy because Vince was like, you're an idiot if you don't have these people sign an NDA. And John's like, you think I don't know that, Vince?
Did Vince tell him an NDA? Is that where that came from? Oh,
yep, that's exactly where it came from.
That completely okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, moving on.
Who are these music? Who are these music?
All right. Jerry Banfield put out a music channel, as I mentioned a few weeks ago. And so someone who texted me from an 813 area code sent me this link and said, I'm just going to leave this right here. Jerry's got a new banger. And I want to point out that his music channel, people should sign up for it because it's only got 39 subscribers. Jerry Banfield Music.
Is he posting new stuff or is this old stuff that people found?
I think this is new.
This guy is a renaissance man because I just heard you on WATP talking about like his financial, flexing his financial muscles. Now he's in the music field.
Talking about crypto. Yeah. So this is a song called If I Had Cancer. And it says official heavy metal music video by Jerry Banfield, song 97.
We can dream.
All right. So this is If I Had Cancer by Jerry Banfield. Let's see if he has any musical talent whatsoever. Let's see what's going on.
Song 97 by Jerry Banfield Music. If I Had Cancer.
All right, I got to pause it already. So he says this is heavy metal music. Heavy metal never announces the song as it's like warming up. They don't yell out their names. That's not metal.
Hey, we're Metallica. This is song 308.
That's right. James Hetfield. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Sad but true.
Let's take attendance here.
In a world where fate is seldom set in stone, I walk a path that's truly all my own. With every bite, every hug, every tear, every laugh, I've set my course, veered away from the harmful path. Whole foods, love, understanding, every day. mind over matter, keeping darkness at bay. With lessons from Morjani and the books I've read. No fear of cancer, just light ahead.
I feel like he's rapping.
I get this is more like Yoko Ono in the sense where I'm like, how is it even music? I don't get what you're talking about.
He's not understanding key. He's not understanding anything. I guess there's a guitar in there a little bit, so he thinks this is heavy metal music.
It's like
for some
slam
reason.
poetry is the closest thing I can
Yes.
associate it to.
Yes. All right. Kenneth Polk says this is good.
But if, just if, it came knocking on my door, I wouldn't run or hide.
He's kind of using auto-tune, but not enough.
Yes. Yeah. The auto tune creeps in every now and again, but yeah, it's not working.
Or fear it anymore. My body's temple with the plan so clear. Fasting is strength. Watch that cancer disappear.
I forgot this was about cancer.
Yeah. It's literally about how he's gonna defeat cancer by eating vitamins and working out. I think is what the point.
Imagine
of
writing
this
that
is.
song and not having cancer.
Well, listen, OJ wrote a book about killing two people and he didn't.
That's
You know,
true. Yeah, he
you know,
did
if
have
I-
this
if I
that
had-
kind of an imagination, just
if
like
I
Jerry
had done it.
Banfield.
Right.
Energy burning bright with vitamins, salts. I continue to fight, pushing my body with every sweat, strain, washing away the shadow, releasing the pain.
I don't know. I'm sorry. This is not his best work. This is
I
not
can't
very good.
believe when you set this up, I assumed you know Jerry Banfield a lot better than I do. I don't
Sure.
know much of his material. What I assumed it would be was a failed attempt at a joke song, like some kind of
Oh,
edgelord.
no.
Like if I had cancer, I'd tell it to fuck itself. Like some kind of joke thing that he's doing. This is a legitimate like. If I had cancer, it'd be tough, but I would battle through it.
Yeah. Jerry Banfield does not go for the joke. And I'm surprised that you thought that would be the case.
I'm
This guy
stunned.
is dead serious about this shit. That's why we love him so much. When he was doing that yoga song, and then he did a 4-hour video about the making of that video, because he's like, pretty impressive, right, guys? It's got 3 views, Jerry. 3. What are you doing?
I can't believe it's called If I Had Cancer and it's serious. It's just like
Yeah.
straight, not even like he has a family member that had cancer that he's being compassionate towards.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'd probably go to the chemotherapy, I imagine, is what the doctors would recommend. And
I mean, I wrote a song called If I Had AIDS, and it was not serious at all. There's nothing
unfortunately,
serious about it. So, Cole Campbell. This came in from a person named Accelerated Stupidity in our Discord. And he said, I don't know if this is the right place for this, but this guy is a delusional loser, autist, and clout chaser. He LARPs as a hip hop artist from his mummy's basement. His OC songs are amazing.
I like that
So-
phrasing. I'm not sure if this is the right place for this. Like, this guy just needed to put this somewhere. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know who to talk to.
Do
but
you guys goof on people who post bad songs on social media? Yes, we do.
he's just
sir.
walking up and down the street. Will you
No,
take this
no.
from me?
No, you found the right place for it. You definitely, this is perfect. So I was checking out this guy's Instagram page, and maybe we could explore it. This might be something to explore more so in future episodes,
Okay.
because he's got this bubble butt baddies thing that he's doing. He's got a merch store. But let's start with his rap music. And this is an Instagram reel that he put out recently. And it's getting the beat going.
LEX got picked up, take the guy straight to the strip club. Never sucked a hole when you win the rap game. See wall insane in the membrane, yeah. New car sand from the dealer. All white, made back, all that Mac Miller. Don't lean on the seat, only lean on the shore. Up in the Cali, good loud, motherfucker, can you hear it? Yeah, pipe dreaming, we fuck on when we don't get home.
It kind of sounds like mumble rap, but not trying to be mumble rap.
I want to give people a little peek behind the curtain here, because before the show, like Karl will have some topics. I'll send some topics. And this is a video I was not aware of. and Karl presented it to me by saying, "Are you familiar with the bubble butt baddies?" And in my mind, I was like, "Boy, I've missed out on yet another hot trend. I've missed out on." 3 seconds in, I'm like, "Why would I have heard of this?"
No, this guy has 31,000 followers on Instagram.
No, he does not.
Yes, yes, he does. And all of the photos are him with like hot chicks. Well, they're not hot, but him with chicks. Hold on, let me play a little bit more of this, and then we'll explore more of what he's up to.
I'm safely, I ball hard, yo, but when he's just faking, I'm pimping Abraham in the fucking Lincoln.
That was all live too. That was impressive. One take over here. Pretty good stuff. All right, so this guy is Cole Phenom Campbell on Instagram. And if you look at some of his posts that he has, this one has 650 likes. It's him sitting between two women of varying attractiveness.
Okay.
And he says, "Turning up for the birthday with some fly baddies. Can't believe this is my life." This is a funny one right here. He's got all these chicks in bikinis, like in the lake. They're like up to their waist in the lake, and he's photoshopped up in front of them.
This is like Trailer Park John Cirasani, is what this guy sounds like.
Yeah, it's not far off, probably. So he also does cover songs, and he does a Justin Bieber song. So the rapping stuff, I thought he kind of mumbled a little bit. I didn't think he was great at it, but maybe he's okay. Let's see how he is when he has to actually hit notes and sing a song.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to work out as well.
What up, everybody? This is Dissolve by Justin Bieber. Here we go. Yeah, absolute banger. When I'm in my thoughts, sometimes it's hard to believe I'm the person you think I am. Person you tell me you love. I'm on my 10,000 life, 909 minutes slip my hands. That's when I'm not giving up. Night after night you fall asleep on me. I'm praying that you don't go back to who I was.
Now, I don't know the original song that he's singing here, so maybe this is how Justin Bieber sings it. I could be wrong. It sounds off, but maybe that's perfect.
This is like when Post Malone changed genres of music. You're like,
Right.
wow, he's got some pipes on him. This guy's good.
Blinky Jedi with $2 says, Army Major steals Valor will get curb stomped. That is not true.
No, that's my friend. You shut up.
That is Mike Geary's friend you're talking about. Turd Burglar, $2. Karl likes expansion, but hates inwards. He hates inwards. Oh, I see what I see where you're going with that, sir.
I think you repeated it.
Well, it took me a minute there, Mike. Sometimes I'm not the fastest draw in the West. AI Ray with €5. The podcast network went poof. So now I'm one-person production crew. It's the DIY Showbiz Saga, starring the podcast wizard of all trades. Is it referring to the Shuli Network? Is that what we're referring to here?
I would assume so.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what's going on. The good Reverend Sheet Stain. Thank you for changing your avatar, sir. Oh, my God. Patty, the superior four-eyes ginger neckbeard singer. Yeah. That's what we're discovering here, is that of the untalented people who put their talents up on the internet, Patty Broken Skull might be the most talented.
Oh, but from the little I've heard of him, Jerry Banfield, and this guy, Patrick Michael is easily the best.
Yeah. Which is...
That's a feather in his cap.
Yeah,
Give him
right.
that.
I was just going to say, I don't want to just dismiss it. It's something. So this guy, the good Reverend Sheet Stain, he was super chatting, Stuttering John the other day with this ridiculous photo of a guy shitting on another guy, and there's just shit all over the place. And John never picked up on it. He just kept putting it up on the screen over and over again.
John's like me, honestly. He's like, how am I supposed to see that?
Right. And even when I'm on his show, I go, John, you can't show that one. He's like, oh, okay, good. I'm glad you caught that. I don't know how you could see that. Well, I have a monitor that wasn't built in the 90s, so I'm able to
I was
see
laughing. I didn't get to hear it. I was laughing just at you guys describing the trans porn that John brought up on his.
Oh, yeah, that was fantastic. But I digress. Let's see what Joseph Collins has to say. $5. I just do hot sauce videos, but apparently I have to step up my game. Yes, you do, Joseph Collins. And David Chandler coming in.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat. There's David Chandler, Gandhi, Jesus, and Abraham Lincoln. David fits right in with this group.
Wow, high praise from the jingles department. David says, Jesus, my ears, I hate you both. Well, that wasn't Mike's fault. That was all me on that one. So go ahead and blame me, but thank you.
Yes,
David.
I'll be looking at the bubble butt baddies now, whatever the fuck their names are.
Tony from the Bronx, $10. Hey, Karl and Mike, I'd rather listen to The Rite of Spring cranked up to 11 than this crap. All right. We'll move on.
It makes
Fair
you
enough.
appreciate Justin Bieber, if nothing else.
You know what?
Kid's got
Actually,
some
Tony from the
talent.
Bronx has had a lot of shitty things to say about me, so I'm just going to go ahead and...
Feel like I don't deserve you tonight. In the way that you hold me, I don't deserve you tonight. In the things that you showed me.
That's great. Hawaiian Pizza, $87. I'm enjoying Vito Gesualdi's new rap/singing career. There's a little Vito going on here. Yep.
This guy sounds smarter a little
He's got
bit.
the
but-
same autism for sure. All right. I think we need to move on. We need to get off the music. We need to head over to Twitter.
Look at this tweet now.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I am going to keep calling it Twitter until it's illegal to do so.
It hasn't updated on my phone yet, so I still technically have Twitter.
Good
The
point.
last
Yes, that's my app is also Twitter.
Yeah.
It's not like Max, where it was just like, yeah, no, HBO never existed. I'm like, no, I think you're gaslighting me here, Max.
Why do you have all these HBO shows then?
Yeah,
I don't get
right.
it.
All right, so this one came over from an anonymous source who says these NPC streamers are evolving. And I'm sure this was on TikTok originally, but I see it on Twitter, so it's going in that section of the show. Don't blame me. I'm just a guy.
Entering double barrel mode.
All right, let me explain this real quick. So this is a guy who's wearing a hot dog costume, and he has a toy hot dog, like a dog toy, in one of his hands that he's bringing to
I
his,
figured.
that he's bringing to his mouth over and over again.
Entering double barrel mode. Enhancing grip by 8%. Enabling death grip mode.
It's over. The NPC craze is over officially.
What I love about it is it's to the tune of like a Game 7 pregame show or something.
Yeah, right. We're getting everyone pumped up for this. This is gonna be
They really
it's
are.
gonna be big. Now, this is what I'm excited to show you, Mike, because Brandon from Shitty Song of the Week sent this over to me, and Pauly Shore decided to put out some new stand-up.
Okay.
And
I'm
I
excited.
remember there was a guy that you were convinced he was creating these videos in his room, making it seem like he's in a comedy club. and
Yes, the
pumping
great
in
Pete
laugh-
Gurgio.
Yes, pumping in the
Yes.
laugh tracks and stuff. Now,
Who has not, by the way, since we and a couple other shows talked about him, has not posted.
oh no, scared
Yeah.
him off the internet.
I think so.
That's too bad. That's a bummer. So, I don't know if Pauly Shore is even trying to pull this off. It's so obviously a laugh track.
Okay.
And where they put the laughs in, this reminds me of, remember the Big Bang Theory? Somebody took the laughs out
Yeah.
and you got to see what it was. This is almost the reverse of that. It's almost worse that you can hear where Pauly Shore thinks there should be laughs
Okay.
during his stand-up set.
These women at the gym, they have these tights. I don't know if you've seen the tights these days, because back in the day when I was growing up, the tights would just kind of cover their butt cheeks. Not only do they cover their butt cheeks, they cover their butt cheeks, and they also go up their ass crack. You know, back in the day, what I would do is I'd go up to them, and go like this, and go, savoir-faire is everywhere. But unfortunately, I can't do that. I gotta just sit there and take it. You can't talk to them because, you know, what's going on with these times these days.
All right, I'll get back to this. I just want to read. This is from Pauly Shore's Twitter account. It says, Since a lot of people haven't been able to come see me at any comedy clubs, I decided that I'd create a virtual comedy club. Let me know what you guys think. This is just for you guys.
Oh, so he's just admitting it?
I guess so. So it's funny. He goes, a lot of people can't see me at comedy clubs because you're not performing at them.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We can't. Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
Your family founded the most famous comedy club on the planet.
Yes. And you grew up with nothing but the funniest comedians of all time all around you. And this is what you've turned into. But I prefer him doing the weasel thing. Chilling with the weasel.
What makes it so like uncomfortable is that it goes from laughter to complete silence.
Yeah.
Like
good
it's
point.
hard not to notice that it's a laugh track.
Okay. I backed it up a little bit because I think he was setting up the next bit. So let's hear.
You can't talk to them because, you know, what's going on with these times these days. And also they have earbuds in. I don't know if you've seen the earbuds, the little earbuds. And some of these women have the big Dr. Dre headphones like this. And this one woman I saw at the stretch mat area, she had a whole fucking helmet and a sign on her forehead that says, "Don't talk to me, Pauly Shore." So it's pretty much the same 5 girls at Equinox, and they walk around. They got the fake hair, they got the fake nose, fake teeth, fake lips, fake boobies, and of course the what? The fake butts. And they walk around, they're like,
why didn't anyone yell?
Yeah, he's almost doing. It reminds me of like Patty C-Cups when he was doing his stand-up thing, because he understands the cadence of it. He's doing the thing. He's like, you know, they got the fake lips, the fake boobs, and the fake, you know, right, butts. And then he gets a laugh for that, but why is that the punchline? All the other things were also fake body parts.
He would have me on board if he was really leaning into the fact that he's in his living room, like throw in this guy knows what I'm talking about, you know, something like give a nod to it or something.
What's insane too, and you're not seeing this, there's little visual elements that he's putting up on the screen. So when he was talking about girls wearing earbuds, you saw a girl with earbuds in. And then he's like, and some of them are wearing the Beats by Dre. And he gets a laugh for that for some reason. And there's a girl with just Beats on. It's like,
well, that's wacky. Now I'm laughing a little harder.
And now he's showing a photo of a woman with a very large butt. And I'm sure this is going to get hilarious. So let's see what he does.
And I start yelling. I'm like, "Yo, babe, what's up? What's up in the cans? Are you shoplifting basketballs? Are you trying to join the WNBA, babe? What's up?" She's like, "No, leave me alone. I'm going to Las Vegas. I'm gonna go on Lake Mead on Dan Balzerian's boat. I gotta have the big can for the Balzerian band, babe." And I even heard one of the Lakers are gonna be there.
He also @tagged Dan Bilzerian and @the Lakers.
Guys, you're gonna want to see this
on this fucking tweet. I always knew. The first comment underneath this is me saying "oof." I always knew that he lacked talent, but I had no idea it was going to come to this. I got to read some of these comments underneath this. Wonderful idea. I hope you make this happen. I think that was
what happened.
Yeah, I think that was it. Kara, and then Elizabeth says that's a great idea. Let me know more. Have a nice day, cutie. And then G-Pa says, "Fuck yes, buddy."
Was it spelled FAWK like Chip Chipperson?
It actually is.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Thank God.
Yeah. All right. Good point. Fuck yeah. And then the Scarecrow says, "Perfect." Jesus, what is wrong with these fucking
A lot of
people?
these women.
All right. I don't know what else to say about that. It's pretty bad.
It's sad that people like Pauly Shore feel the need. Like I would assume that Pauly Shore is enough to just kind of, rest on his laurels, go through his life without devolving into this. But it's like everyone needs that social media attention now. It's tough to watch.
It's brutal because I don't even get what the jokes were supposed to be when he said, and this is the thing that really bothered me, because as the laugh track comes up, he does that thing comedians do where everyone's laughing so much that you start laughing. He goes, "Yeah, it looked like she was stealing basketballs." Like, she's, like the WNBA. Like, what are you laughing about over there?
Also, if you're trying to get into the WNBA, I don't mean to poke holes in this, but if you want to get into the WNBA, the balls aren't under your shirt. It doesn't make any sense.
True. That's true. They'll supply them at the arena. They'll be there
typically
when you get there. Def Jeff coming in.
Yay, super chats.
$5. Vinny made a joke on the creep off about Rebecca Black should do Saturday, but she actually did. Prime material for WATS. Oh, I didn't know that. You know the song Friday by Rebecca Black.
You know what? That was her comeback. So years later, like once she's matured. Yes.
That's insane.
Shame on me for not having thought of that earlier. Thank you for the suggestion.
That's a good idea. Pop Sculpture, $2. Vito could actually sing, though. That's true. Vito actually has a very good voice and a good range. I was impressed with him until.
Is that right?
Well, I was impressed with him until Dick complimented him and he goes, "Yeah, no, I'm pretty good." I was like, all right.
Well.
I don't know if I would have gone that direction with him, but whatever. Hey, look, it's coming in. It is.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat. Dead fool. This money will be carefully spent on the proper hair gels for producer Chris.
Dead Fool coming in with $50. Earbuds. Ever see those? You know, earbuds. You put them in your ears to listen to music. Earbuds. Anyone? That was literally his joke. Yeah, have you guys seen this? These girls are wearing earbuds with the weasel. What the fuck? How is that a joke?
That's the problem with a lot of guys that have a short run with fame where like technology is foreign to them, like from the last 30 years, where they're like, guys, wireless headphones? I mean, what the hell's going on here?
You see these hot girls wearing those? All right, I'm listening. Where are we going with this? It's
and
me,
this Bill
$5.
Clinton guy, he's wacky.
I appreciate your Stuttering John coverage. It makes my day every time. I fear starting a podcast because you pricks would find me. All the best. You know, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of bad podcasts out there. You probably stay under the radar for quite some time if you did want to start something up.
That's good, though. You're kind of, monitoring the market out there.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I definitely discourage a lot of people from making shit products, and I think I'm doing the Lord's work over
Although
here.
it's like, I think I heard Patrice say this, or some many people probably have, that it's not Richard Pryor or George Carlin that inspired him to do comedy. It's shitty comedians where he was like, well, I can do that.
Yeah.
So that might be what you're doing as well.
That's definitely true. Although that might be what Aaron Imholt is doing more than anyone else. All right, let's head over to TikTok.
Nice.
TikTok's a psyop by the Chinese to fuck up the minds of our youth and some other people too. So let's talk quite a lot about these TikTokers we stalk and know. Oh, TikTok fucking blows.
This one came in from Kenneth Peterson, and I could have used this on Who Are These Broadcasters, but I thought I'd use it here to advertise for Who Are These Broadcasters, Tuesdays at 3 p.m. on this very channel.
All right.
And this is on TikTok, but it's a local broadcaster telling a story, and he is having a very hard time getting this one out.
Okay.
And it's going to start.
Young people are now taking themselves out on elaborate solo dates. And I'm going to be careful here because this trend is called master dating. TikTok is all over this trend.
What a child.
Because it doesn't just include dates. It might also involve buying yourself some nice gifts. Take yourself to dinner first.
Okay, can I tell you what I think this is?
Yeah, what's it? What do you think?
I think, because part of me was like, when this started, I was like, oh, I kind of like to see newscasters not be fucking stiff and play along. Yeah. I think this video is showing me we might be at the point now where no one's watching the local news, and guys like this think, hey, if I laugh at a word that's close to masturbating, maybe that clip will go viral.
Okay, you might be onto something because we played something on Who Are These Broadcasters just this past week where this woman goes on the early morning show, you know, the one that starts at 5 a.m. or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she's just complaining about having to get up early in the morning, and she's complaining about this and that, and she's like, I'm crazy. And then she's the one who put out all of these clips on her Instagram. So you're like, okay, you're obviously doing this for attention at this point.
Yeah, enough of these videos genuinely went viral where the people actually were fucking up that it inspired people, I think, to be like, oh, I could do that. Master dating's a fun word to say.
Now, the other possibility here is that it's similar to what they were doing on SNL for a while there, where they were writing the script and the person didn't get to see it until they were reading it live on air.
Okay, that's also possible, yeah.
What was that? Stefan, I think, was the guy's name.
Yeah, Mulaney would write just random horse shit.
Right, and he had to read it, and he'd be like cracking and stuff like that. So listen to the copy here and tell me if maybe that's what's going on.
Okay.
Even spending some time with buying yourself some flowers. One expert suggests that your co-anchor keep reading the rest of this, but she won't because she wants me to laugh my way through this. Now, you can send yourself flowers in the morning with a card that says, "Can't wait to see you tonight." Come on, man. Is this real? The point is to love yourself as a person and realize you deserve good things. Oxygen. Somebody, Steve, you got oxygen over there? It's called master dating. It's a solo date with yourself. Come on, Howard. Give me. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm torn on this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. It's getting a little too silly.
I'm torn only because people in that world, like the straight-laced broadcasters, are such stiffs and so boring that any amount of silliness could make them break like that.
Sure.
But just I'm watching it through the lens of like I feel like this guy's a phony.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. The only other thing that I can think of is that this guy is a master dater. And so he's been found out, and maybe they planted this just to embarrass him. And he's sitting there. I don't see a ring on that finger. Maybe he is this big of a fucking incel loser. And they planted this story. He's like, is this even real? They're like, no. We saw the flowers you sent yourself to the office, and we're all goofing on you, you loser.
The world of local news in general is weird at this. Like in modern times, I wonder what their ultimate goal is.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got to tease the weather that's coming up at 6 and 11.
That's true.
How else would I know?
I never know. Yeah, until I throw that on.
All right, let's get an update on what's happening in the world of ticks on TikTok.
I fucked your mom. You're done. You're done. Uppercut, chicken and crackers. Want it up? I'm gonna need you to put the ranch down.
We're going to start with our girl, Baylen Dupree, and Baylen is going to light a candle. This is a video called Lighting a Candle with Tourette's Syndrome.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Baylen, and I have Tourette's Syndrome. Hey, motherfuckers!
Hello.
Stupid bitch. And I'm going to be showing you how I light a candle. Stupid fuck. Are you dumb or are you stupid? Okay, so this is an electric dildo. An electric, bippity boppity fuck off. What the heck is this thing called? An electric, what are the things you light candles with? Yeah, that thing, okay? You're gonna flip it on, okay? Like that.
You
like,
said the word.
I'm gonna fucking tase you, bitch. We just put it on the wood. I've actually never used this on a wood one. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, burn, motherfucker. Stupid fuck.
All right. I never thought I'd watch a video of someone light a candle, but here we are. It just happened.
I'm worried she's jumping the shark. Why wouldn't she be able to do that? I never thought, I wonder if she can light candles.
You're right. She's regressing, it seems like, with where she's been before.
That's massive, because we've been talking about how much she's evolving. This was a devolving.
That was a step back.
Yeah.
That was a step in the right direction. Now, she has millions and millions of followers. Her videos get millions of views. So you got to think there's some product endorsement deals that have been coming up or have come up. And sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a product endorsement deal or not. Okay. And I'll play this video, and then Mike, you tell me if you think that she got paid for this one, or if this is just her own actual opinion. Take it away, Baylen.
Okay, so I have something called small wiener disorder. Oof. Google it, scumbag. Yeah, line it up. Line up your own wiener, puta. Oof, oof, oof. Tippy tippy tap that wiener. Tap the rotisserie chicken. Where I'm obsessed with water bottles. So I went to Marshall's yesterday and I got a new water bottle. I forget what it's called, what brand it is, but this is the cutest. Little Wayne. This is the cutest water bottle I've ever seen in my entire life. Also, don't mind my nails. I'm missing them. These, hey, motherfucker! These have stayed on so long. But anyways, I just wanted to share this water bottle with you. Sippy, sippy. Hey, motherfuckers. Tippy, tippy, tap that wiener, tap through rotisserie chicken. But, yeah, I don't know what it's called or anything about it, but this is so cute.
What do you think, Mike? Paid endorsement?
I don't know. Let me take a sip of my hydro flask, which if you go to blindmike.net, they're only $19.99.
Well, you're better at this than she is.
Water's never tasted so good.
You're
Anyways.
a lot better at this than she is, apparently.
I couldn't quite tell. I'm not sure.
All right. So we've decided that it's perhaps Baylen is regressing here. And it seemed like she was making cookies before. She was able to participate in society to some degree.
Yeah, she's getting boozed up.
Right, she's getting boozed up, having a good time. What I want to know is our girl Rachel or Keat, who just turned 18.
Sure.
She has an interesting question here because people want to know if she's able to drive an automobile.
Okay.
And we know that Baylen does not drive.
Right.
We talked about that. In fact, it's
too dangerous.
Dangerous to have her in the passenger seat, for Christ's sake.
Hello. Well, I'm Rachel Orkey, and I have tried some junk. And this person asked, "Can you drive?" No. I took driving lessons, and I am a licensed driver. So yes, I am fortunate enough to be able to drive. Now, shut up. Not all people with Tourette's can drive, but not all people with Tourette's can't drive. And ironically enough, any sort of blunder that I actually have made while driving has had nothing to do. You're a fucking ugly bitch with my Tourette's.
All right. Now, first off, if you're not afraid to go out and drive the next time you get in your car, I don't know what to tell you, because this seems very worrisome. Or,
Go ahead, sorry.
Is this proof that she's faking?
Oh, interesting.
Because if she's really that out of control, there's no way she's passing a driver's test. And not that I care. I'm not trying to expose these girls with tics. I want them to keep doing this. It's fine. I don't care if they're faking or not. But isn't that kind of proof that there's no way this woman could drive a car, right?
I would think not, but it's funny because I was living in the world of that it was a reality. And all I could think of is finally we've discovered a situation where Chili DeCastro would be needed at a traffic stop.
Yes.
If one of these girls got pulled over, you would need someone to go, listen, know your rights.
Yes. Look at this. She's TikTok famous. She's not on meth. I know you think she's on trank or something. Nope. This is how she just normally is whenever there's a cell phone in front of her filming it.
That would be a hilarious traffic stop. God bless you.
All right. We're going to get this. We're going to make this happen one of these days. I mean, if Senator John and I could be neighbors, then why can't we have Chili DeCastro when Keat gets pulled over someday?
Bring all these worlds together. Yeah.
Speaking of bringing worlds together and stars on TikTok.
Opie Radio. The Opie Radio Podcast.
Now, we know that Opie is a star on TikTok, and we know that because Blind Mike Geary goes and checks out his TikTok page and no one else. But
That's right.
You sent me over a few links. The first one you called Pie Battles, and it's been taken down. Opie has taken that down. Do you remember what that was?
I mean, I wish I could do it justice. I won't be able to. But it was basically him, like one of his man on the street things where he's walking up to someone that was selling pies and just like comment. He's like, and he's doing his voice where he's like, oh my God, they've got all these pies. And it was just utter nonsense. It's the classic thing where Opie sees something and says something. There's no thought put into it.
Right.
There's nothing interesting about it. He just thinks if he points his camera at something, magic will ensue.
But that's very interesting that he would then take it down. So is someone telling him? Is his family seeing this is going on and talking to him about it? Or
because it wouldn't, then it would, his TikTok wouldn't exist at all. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, right. So did he go back and go, all of this is gold, but this one's maybe not my best work. Maybe
Pie Battles was too far. Yeah.
Maybe I should take this one down. All right. Well, or maybe it reminded people of what he did to homeless people's cake, and he got too many comments.
That's also possible.
And took it down for that reason.
It's those damn censors at TikTok, again, saying this is too edgy for our platform, as they often do.
I'm sure that's what it was. Yes, the Chinese government is not having his hilarious pie jokes.
No way.
Now, we are getting into pumpkin spice season. This is something that Opie obsesses over for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's not that big of a deal. But Opie found this filter, and this filter changes the shape of your head. It's not really pumpkin-like. It's not the shape of a pumpkin. But for whatever reason, Opie thinks it is, or I'm not sure what the joke is here.
Can I also point out, too, is that you may remember this as not just a fan of Jocktober, but a thief of it.
Yes.
You may remember.
Know when pumpkin spice season begins. I'm just
This
sitting.
is not doing what I'm telling it to do. Go ahead, Mike.
It's all right. But obviously, Jocktober falls in October. So every year it was in the fall when pumpkin spice season was starting up.
Yep.
And I vividly remember Opie said, bashing shows that felt the need to bring up pumpkin spice lattes and them discussing how it's not an interesting thing. You don't need to talk about that.
That's
and
a
yet
great
now
point.
he's become that guy.
Now, I'm not sure if Opie was bringing that up or if Jim and Anthony were bringing that up. Because
Yes, and then Opie followed suit. But the point is, it was meant.
Right. Yeah. So Opie has completely forgotten everything he learned from Jocktober, and he's doing all the things that they used to goof on people for, including this with this hilarious filter that he's got here.
Can someone let me know when pumpkin spice season begins? I'm just sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting.
Now, I have to say, we were talking about just a second ago whether his family knows about this, and you'd think his kids are of the age they would be on TikTok, but
true, yeah.
If I saw my wife, if she was on TikTok and she made a video like this, I'm not saying I'd leave her, but we'd have a conversation. You know what I mean? There'd be a text like, "We need to talk when you get home," kind of thing. This is embarrassing.
There's nothing I hate more than cute Opie.
Oh, it's
when
the
Opie's like,
worst.
aren't I a rascal?
Well, that
look at gang, I'm a pumpkin.
Well, that filter he uses again, he loves this filter. I found another video where he's using that same filter and having even more fun with it. And again, pumpkin spice is the joke here.
Is that my door? It could be my pumpkin spice latte from DoorDash. Or it's Sarah, little Sarah and her Girl Scout cookies.
What's the joke, Opie? I mean, I appreciate he keeps these short. I like the brevity, but I'm not understanding what the punchline is.
The joke is obvious, and it's that we all know Sarah's a real cunt and always hounding us for her Girl Scout money.
What a bitch. She was trying to collect on her Thin Mints that you bought. All right. This is one more from our boy Opie, and he's going to get... I teased this in the description of the show. We're going to get a history lesson from the great Greg Hughes. And he's a learned man. He always knows what's going on. So this is called If Enough Years Go By.
The route of Paul Revere, and they turn into a bike path. How cute is that? He's on a horse screaming bloody murder. The British are coming! The British are coming! He's screaming. His heart's like, go, 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 go. He's trying to warn everybody. He's freaking out. He's got the flop sweats. He's got swamp ass, yelling and screaming. You fast forward a couple 100 years, and next thing you know, it's just a bike path. Hey, this is fun. You want to get ice cream at the end of this?
He really paints a picture, doesn't he? I feel like I was there for it.
I love the Seinfeldian observation styles where he can just take something. They used to say about Seinfeld, he could look at a water bottle and come up with 10 minutes of stand-up.
Right, yeah.
And that's kind of what Opie's like. Just walk by something and he'll riff on it.
Yeah, he just sees the Paul Revere trail, and he's just like, okay, I got something for this. Now, I want to point out, this is why Paul Revere did what he did. He wanted this to be a peaceful area of self-governance.
Yeah,
so the fact that he's just like, Paul Revere be rolling in his grave right now, if he knew they were all just like hanging out, having a fun time. It's like, no, that was the point.
Opie goes down south. He's like, there's not even slaves here anymore. What the hell happened?
Like, what is it supposed to be going on? You go to Gettysburg and someone jumps out with a bayonet and just stabs you? Oh, shit, I forgot. This is that spot where the Civil War happened. Like, no, it's supposed to be good now. It's done. It's over.
Opie calls Anthony an out-of-touch racist, and yet looks at 1776 as the good old days.
Good point. All right. Now, you sent me over a couple of TikToks from our buddy Joe Matarese.
Yeah.
And one of them has already been taken down. So
It's
this has been happening
infuriating.
a lot lately.
He does such a great Dustin Hoffman.
Dude, you got to figure out a way to save these or download them or something, because this is happening more and more where you're finding these really cringe TikToks, and then these people are wising up and they're going,
I'm starting to think they just never happened.
Oh, maybe. Maybe you're just crazy.
Joe Matarese is at this point in his life where he knows people are going to troll him.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
So he's like, hey, I'm trying out a Dustin Hoffman impression, and it's the worst impression you've ever heard in your life. And then he keeps going, hey, I'm Dustin Hoffman. And then he realizes he's doing that over and over again, and he just has fucking porcelain in his head. And so he's like, you know, it's a good impression when you have to say it a lot. And it's like, well, then why are you doing it if you know it's bad, Joe?
So your theory is that he's catching himself doing something bad and then pretending he's doing it bad on purpose.
Yes, but still doing it, because it's not like it's not a so bad it's good thing. It's him doing it and like, hey guys, but don't make fun of me because I'm saying it's bad.
I know people hate when I interrupt my blind co-host, but this is an emergency because Dave Sara, who gave us 2501 last week,
yes,
and said he gave us a special request for his jingle, just came in with $5, and so he's gonna get this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat. Dave Sara dislikes Brian Johnson so much he won't even listen to Back in Black.
Yes, he wanted us to bash Brian Johnson for some reason.
That's a fun
in
reference.
his jingle. So we got you covered. $5 says, before Opie, the word for cringe equals embarrassing. Now it's called the Hackverse. I see what you did there. All right. So this is Joe Matarese doing crowd work. And again, what's crazy about this clip, and I feel like I need to point this out because you wouldn't believe it otherwise, is that he's the one posting this.
Yeah, it's very. First of all, someone I should have grabbed their name, but someone did send this to us on Twitter as well. That's what sent me to Joe Matarese's TikTok, and they speculated that the crowd noise, much like Pauly Shore, is also fake in this, and that may be indicative of the subject matter where he's talking to people that are leaving the room.
Okay. So, and this, by the way, I should point out, this is not a comedy club. This looks like a high school gymnasium, potentially.
Right.
I'm not sure.
How are you? All right. Shut the fucking door. All right. Just a little.
You know how that's
OCD
always said at a
issue of
comedy
mine.
club.
How many people just
Yeah,
left?
so basically, and he puts a little, so this is highly produced. He puts a little thought bubble over his head as he tells them to shut the fucking door.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the stage. And the thought bubble says, why is there a door next to the stage? All right, so now we're getting into the mind.
Because you're in a high school.
Joe Matarese, yeah. Because this
Well,
is a comedy club.
On Why You Laughing a few weeks ago, we broke down Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of clips from the special. And one I didn't include, it is when he was like, hey, guys, if you could shut the door and keep the chatter down back there.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember you guys featuring that part.
No, we skipped it.
Okay. Well, let's see what Joe's going to do here with this.
Just a little OCD issue of mine. How many people just left? I didn't even see. Did a lot of people go that way?
Not a lot, no.
No? About 8 or like 50? Get the fuck out of here. Loving this vibe.
8 would be a tremendous. If I was at Dave Chappelle at the Garden and 8 people stood up and walked out, that would be a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. So there's an exit next to the stage, and people were leaving, and you heard someone yell they're going to come back. So I don't know if they're using the bathroom or what, having a smoke. I don't know. And now they're coming back into the room, and for whatever reason, Joe's saying they're late, but it seems like they were already there. This is all very confusing to me. But anyway, Joe's going to turn this into comedy gold, as he always does.
That's my audience right there. Yeah, old people. Let's do it.
Every time you hear that little ding, there's a new person walking through the door. So that was the third person to walk through the door as he's doing his act.
Guy's got his dress sweatpants on. I wish the gigs like this. Dark sweatpants. How are you, sir? Love the flip-flops. Come on in. Come on in. Your
That
big
does
toe
seem
looks
like
it's got a
juiced
dead-
laughter a little bit.
Well, love the flip-flops is not necessarily a sick burn or a good joke.
Which
So
is
I'm not sure why anyone's
wild
laughing
that
at
they guffawed at that in the audience.
Nice flip-flops. Oh, sit down.
Imagine if we could see the person he's talking about. That'd be crazy.
You just got mad erased.
Love the flip-flops. Come on in. Come on in. Your big toe looks like it's got a dead nail. Full teachers clap. How you doing, sir? Old Navy?
Nice one, Joe.
See if I can make fun of every single person that slowly comes through that door.
How about just one of them? Rather than all of them, just make fun of one of them. Old Navy and flip-flops are not jokes, Joe.
Also, a comedian that's 30 years in, or whatever Matt Reese is, shouldn't be having fans walk in the door during his set. They should be seated already.
Yes, and I was going to make that point. Thank you for reminding me. Is this is not a good video to show when you're at this part of your career, because I kind of thought that Joe was a pathetic comedian whose career was headed in the wrong direction, and this video did nothing but confirm that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that things are going south for Joe Matarese after I saw that video. I'm like, this is not good.
Matarese is fascinating because he was like, I mean, before Stuttering John or any of these people, he got trolled more than anyone.
Yeah.
And I thought that he came out of that almost better in the sense that it was a lesson on the internet. And yet again, 8 years into being trolled all the time, he never fucking learns. It's crazy.
Hyperion 9997 with 10 Canadian dollars. I love you guys. Well, I can't speak for Mike, but I love you too. Hyperion.
I like you a lot. We'll see.
We like you more than a friend.
Yeah.
Let's put it that
I'll
way.
give you that.
All right, let's get off TikTok. That's too much TikTok.
Who are these losers using Reddit?
What is it? Reddit!
Now, we always love the cringe TikToks, and this is one that got posted on Reddit for us. This is a woman who is not getting enough attention. She needs to find a new way to get attention. Everyone loves people with tics.
Sure.
Obviously, OCD is a big thing. But what about the old, when I was in school many years ago, high school, there was a thing called ADD or ADHD, and that was all the rage. All the kids just, they didn't want to pay attention to physics for some reason. So we had to give them Ritalin, get them to shut the fuck up and pay attention.
Yeah, the original fake disorder, if you will.
Right. Yes. So here is this ugly broad coming in with a new take on it, an old classic, you might say.
I haven't taken my ADHD medication yet, and I just I have the zoomies right now. I don't want to run around the house. I just want to it's like an itch you can't scratch. It's like
her face is like a thing I haven't kicked yet. I also have this weird feeling that I want to do something I can't do.
I like your spin on it, a new take on an old classic.
Yeah.
But that is kind of where she fucked up, is the branding. It's like, just say you have Tourette's. Don't you know where the times are going?
Yes, or make up a new thing. I got an idea for you. How about you have NAD, needs attention disorder?
Yeah.
That might work.
This woman is like a comedian now, like trying to work on their tight five for the Tonight Show. It's like, no, those days have passed.
Right.
Work on your YouTube special.
Yes, right. You have the medium right, but it's just the message is not.
That's right.
It's not there. And Mike, I wrote this note down for us. We might be part of the problem because we're giving these assholes a lot of attention. Right? I mean, honestly, as soon as if you're mildly attractive and you yell, fuck your baby wiener, all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm going to watch this all day now.
But we do discern between them. Like, there's more of a talent to what Baylen does than anyone else. So I think we're grading them correctly.
All right. You're making a good point. And speaking of good points, Tom Myers came out with a zinger, and the Adam Friedland Show subreddit, someone decided to post this on there, and this is
I assume this is on Mastodon or whatever the fuck he uses.
That's
now?
true. It is on Mastodon. Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So he says, Tom Myers says, in any case, the aftermath of Hurricane Idalia will help bring the extreme right and left factions together when their corpses are all bumping into each other during the storm surge.
Boom!
Wow. Maybe I didn't deliver it great. Maybe I could have done a better job with the delivery. But what the fuck? Now, first off, I guess in Tom's mind, because he has a very simplistic view on the world.
Yes.
Tom sees everything in black and white.
Yeah.
So I guess in Tom's mind, Florida is only populated by political extremists. Right?
That's true. But I it's funny because there's so many angles. That's what's brilliant about Tom Myers and why he's better than any bad comedian.
Okay.
Is because the angle I looked at it is like Tom loves to be an edgelord. Like there's a political angle to it, but there's also Tom being edgy where he's like, if I talk about corpses, that's crazy. But he misses the mark on that completely because it's like, I guess they'd be dead, but why would they all end up in the same? What are you talking about, Tom?
Did people die from this hurricane? Was it that bad?
Well, that's probably true too. But again, logic doesn't play into Tom's
Okay,
writing.
all right, fair enough. Also, what's crazy is he's talking about the extreme right and left, where I feel like he's finally trying to say like, hey, we got problems all around. But he is the extreme left. Tom is very much the extreme left on this. So
and he's chosen just the wrong issue to use that as commentary.
Right, as usual. All right, well, this is topical. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
that's impressive. All right, we got one more from Reddit, and this is a fun subreddit called Public Freakout.
One of the greats, yes.
People always enjoy this one. And this is a person in a movie theater, a small movie theater, probably a independent movie theater. We have one of those in our town.
Yeah.
That plays the independent movies and things. And I guess even at the independent movie theaters, they've gone to assigned seating. It used to be you'd show up, you sit where you want to, and enjoy the movie. Well, now they've made the seats wider and more comfortable. And you
It's
get
very
assigned
confusing.
seats.
Yes.
It's very confusing. It's not confusing. The ticket tells you where to sit, and you go and you sit there.
It's a mad world out there in the movie theaters.
Pretty fucking simple. It's the way that every other thing works. This is my seat assignment. Now I go sit in that seat. Every sporting event, every concert you go to, they all have this.
I gotta say though, I love this guy because he is so content with himself for having this what he feels is a righteous argument with these movie theater employees. And I guess they're still in the theater. The employees had to come in to tend to his issue.
Yeah. So I think what happened is somebody probably went out in the hallway and they said, there's this guy sitting in my seat and he won't move. So now the usher has to come in, and then the manager comes in, and hilarity ensues.
They're mine.
It's not your
Go
seat.
away.
That's not gonna
I pay my money. I have a right to it.
sit in your seat, correct?
Yes,
that's
my
not,
seat.
That's not your seat.
How can you tell it's not my seat?
Because your ticket has your seat number on it.
Whatever.
Find it.
Whatever.
I immediately lost the argument. How can you tell that? Because you have a ticket with the seat. He's like, whatever.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I won't stand for that.
This can easily
Do
be
your own
resolved.
policy.
and
No,
you're
no, I'm going to be an because you're big and
I am not.
I'm a patron here.
Okay, and I'm trying to find
and this
your
will be
seat.
the last time that I come to this imagined theater.
Oh, no.
All right,
great.
I paid
That
my
sounds
money.
great.
Does
Please-
anybody
please
here
don't come
think
back.
that
Please
this
don't
is
come back.
actually
Please don't come back.
a thing where it's like, it doesn't matter where you sit. It's not assigned seating.
It is.
Does anybody here think that I'm in the right? And Ed is silent in this theater.
This guy's presenting like a Rosa Parks type argument.
Right, yes. He's like,
can we not all sit where we want?
Sit. It's not assigned seating.
It is.
Go sit in your own seat.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Please, sir, let's find your seat and we can start.
No, I'm not going to.
Then I'm going to ask you to leave.
You did, like 4 or 5 times.
So now he's just throwing a tantrum for no reason at all.
Oh, no
Yes.
reason? See what the payoff is, Karl.
Okay, good point.
4 or 5 times. And that's why now we have a disturbance. Because some other people can't just be like, you know what? I could sit right here.
Sir, we're not doing this
One
anymore.
seat off.
We're not doing
one
this
seat off. So if I were to move over one seat, everything would be okay.
Sir,
Is that what you're saying?
You're just.
Is that what you're saying?
Listen.
Does that mean?
Are you gonna listen?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Be my pest.
Okay. At this point, you are disrupting the show for these fine folks. We're gonna ask you to leave. We'll get you a refund though. I'll be nice and get you a refund.
I don't know. I might want to be taken out in handcuffs now.
Sir.
That plays hardball.
I paid my money. I don't understand why it is. If I sit over here, one seat, it's okay, and everything is right with the world. But if not, the world stops and everybody gets upset.
Sir.
Yep, you seem like you have it all figured out there, sir. You actually spelled it out perfectly.
What I love, though, is that this is such a bored guy. This is a guy that's bored with his life. He's not a guy that feels like he's right. He just has nothing else to do. So when she's like, hey, I'll get you a refund, he's like, I got a lot more time to kill. I think I'm going to wait for the cops to show up.
Yeah, right. I want to make more of a scene. I'm not done making a scene yet, ma'am. You're trying to put an end to this, and I'm not having it.
Stops and everybody gets upset.
Sir, let's go. I'll be nice and I'll get you a refund.
I want more than just a refund.
Okay.
Can I get a drink?
We'll take care of you.
Can I get a drink? Now he's negotiating.
Then I won't.
See, I would have said, I don't negotiate with terrorists, sir. He's negotiating for additional shit. That's amazing.
The way he said it, too, he's like, can I get a drink? And she's like, okay. And I expected him to be like, milk duds?
Yeah, I know. He's like, God damn, I should ask for more. That was too easy.
In the lobby.
Fine. And then I won't come back.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure everybody knows about this shit.
Okay. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I'm capitulating because I don't want to watch the movie now. You ruined it for me. Because of your silly assholes.
Okay. I apologize about that.
Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your movie.
So I think he wanted to have the "who's coming with me" moment right there, and it just did not. Like, no one's on his side. He doesn't realize. He's like, it's us against them, the independent movie theater. Like, no, we're all actually having.
Can I tell you how quickly I would have been with that? I would have left my girlfriend to be like, I'm with this guy now. We are however he sees life. I'm following this man.
I just want to point out that Wapio has a good joke, even though he didn't pay for it. I'm happy to read it. 40% of all ushers beat their wives worse than the NFL. You should have thrown that stat out there.
Do you have any idea? Eat my shorts.
Yay, super chats.
Jerry Stinger, $5. I had this same situation happen when I saw Morbius. The guy got really upset when I said whatever and sat somewhere else like he wanted to fight.
Whoa.
Oh, so the guy was in Jerry's seat. Jerry's like, oh, that's my seat. And the guy wanted to fight. He was just like, okay, fine, I'll just go sit somewhere
Where's your seat again? I'll take that.
Yeah, okay. Super Raiders 09, $2. Happy birthday, Blind Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Is it your birthday, buddy?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, pal.
I gotta get that on my calendar now.
Yeah, jot that down for next year.
All right. That sounds good. All right. Well, we've hit all the socials. We've gotten everyone up to speed on what's going on in the world of social media. So at this time, what we like to do is listen to your guys' feedback. And sometimes people call into our voicemail number, and you can find the voicemail number on whoarethese.com. And that's also the Who Are These podcast voicemail number. So just call in. Yeah. Tell me that you're leaving it for Who Are These socials, and we'll check it out like this person did.
Hey, Karl. F. Marry Kill. Baylen Dupree. Olivia Dunn. Jenny Jingles. Call me back with a detailed response.
Okay.
Interesting.
F. Marry Kill. We got Baylen Dupree. We know who that is. Olivia Dunn. Do you know who that is?
I know. I think she's like a gymnast or a model or something. Yeah.
Yes, and yes. She's a gymnast who is one of the highest paid college athletes in the world. She is a smoke show. She has guys follow her around to everything she does. She's actually come out and said she can't go to class anymore. It's too dangerous because all the guys that just want to see her and be near her. And then Jenny Jingles, whoever that is. Okay. So we got an F. Marry Kill. So, this is a tough one. I think I need to kill Baylen Dupree. I don't know that I could. Yeah.
Then no one else can have her.
No, because think about it, Mike. She's fun to watch from afar.
Yeah.
But then if you're actually like hanging out with her, unless what your theory that she never does this except for when
I think she'd be a lot of fun.
TikTok.
Yeah. I think she's much more in on the planning than she wants us to believe.
All right. So I'm going under the assumption that she acts like this 24/7. So I'm killing her. Okay. I'm marrying Jenny Jingles again.
Wow. That's a loyal guy.
And I'm effing the hottest smoke show. And the reason why I'm not marrying Olivia Dunn is because who needs that kind of aggravation? Could you imagine being married to the girl that everyone else in the world wants to fuck? That just seems like a stressful life. You're just like, oh, where were you? You should have been home 4 minutes ago. It's like there was some traffic.
Oh, you were probably out
traffic?
sucking and fucking, weren't you?
Yeah, right? Oh, traffic. What's traffic's name? Bill? You know what I mean? It would be, I'd be stuck in this situation way too often. So
it's a very mature way to handle it. And you're a loyal guy. I'm sure Jenny appreciates that.
Yeah. She listens to this show. If this was on the Creep Up, I'd have a totally different answer. But what say you, Mike? Where are you going with this?
Well, I would kill Jenny out of loyalty to you. I couldn't.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep.
I'm going fuck Livy Dunn and marry Baylen Dupree. I think we'd have a terrific life together.
Now,
I'd be tapping my cane. She'd be ticking away. It would be a lot of fun to hang out with.
Wow. Tap, tap, tap the cane. Tap, tap the cane. So that's interesting because I have to imagine they're both going to be set for life from what they're doing on the internet. They're both making a lot of money. Now, Olivia Dunn's probably making more money at this point. But because I would think if you're going to marry someone, maybe you want to get set up a little bit, right? Because who are these socials? I mean, what are we making? Like $17 a month?
Right.
This ain't paying the bills. Something like that. So I imagine that might be an opportunity for you to get knock someone up, make sure that you got some money for the rest of your life.
Think about the having a kid angle where this kid could have horrible Tourette's and blindness.
That's a star right there. Whatever the new social media platform is in that year. Holy shit.
All right, I'm locking it in. Baylen Dupree.
All right. I love it. I wasn't expecting it, and I love it. Joseph Collins, $2. My bad. Happy birthday, Blind Mike. Joseph Collins getting in on this too. If you want to wish Blind Mike a happy birthday.
Maybe I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I think you should have. I'm a little bit disappointed in you right now because we could have gotten a jingle made for it. We could have done a whole thing.
My birthday is next week, so come back ready for...
Blind Mike is born on every Thursday going forward.
At 6, as a matter of fact.
Yes. Go figure. What are the chances of that? All right, Mike, people should go to... Oh, here we go. Michael C. coming in with $2. Hey, Mike, your fly is down. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. What? I didn't want to say anything. Hey, there's something on your shirt right there. People should go to blindmike.net because that is the link tree where you can find all the links to all the things that Blind Mike is up to. And why wouldn't you want to do that? Everything that Blind Mike is doing is fan-fucking-tastic. Anyone will tell you that.
In fact, one of your co-hosts was on the latest Why You Laughing? Me and Christian Blatt talked about Colin Quinn. So go check that out. It's on YouTube as well if you want to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, search Blind Mike Project right now and subscribe to that channel. Blind Mike Project is this week we usually do Sundays at 10. This week will be Monday because of the holiday. Figured to give you guys an extra day to go out on Sunday. And what's the other show? Oh, links for this show are on there as well if you want to check that out. And the Patreon. You can become a YouTube member or join the Patreon. You get a bonus Why You Laughings. You get Quincy episodes. All of that is at blindmike.net. And I was asked to mention this. My buddy Hack Ride does a show Thursday nights now at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific time. So go find Hack Ride on YouTube. He does a live stream. He's a weird guy. Check it out if you're interested in that.
I know who won't be watching that. That's Blind Mike's girlfriend who hates Hack Ride and everything that Hack Ride does.
Don't believe the rumors.
Yeah. No, I'm falling for it. Go figure. So I did check out the Why Are You Laughing, Colin Quinn? Fantastic episode. And I was listening to it on my way back from Florida, which was a fucking nightmare. I still haven't even told that story, but it was not fun. But anyway, it helped keep me company. And I learned a lot about our buddy Christian Blatt that I had not known before, that he was an intern for Saturday Night Live. And he was there the episode that Colin Quinn took over for Norm Macdonald on Weekend Update, which I was fascinated by that information.
I actually did think it was very interesting. I thought it was more interesting that he tricked me into shoehorning a joke that he wrote into the show.
Oh,
but yeah, no, it was cool to get his perspective on that.
That was very good. Our buddy Christian Blatt, when he was an intern, wrote a joke that Colin Quinn read on Weekend Update, and Colin Quinn paid him $100 for said joke.
What, do you lose a bet to Stuttering John? What's going on?
I was going to say, You know, if Senator John did that, he would have declared himself the head writer for Weekend Update.
Mr. Quinn, I've got a few
Right.
jokes for you.
But that was a very interesting episode. It was quite compelling, and I'm a huge Colin Quinn fan, so I enjoyed that quite a bit. People should definitely check that out. Michael C. coming in with another one says, if Blind Mike saw Karl, he would have left the show. Oh, now that's just, sir.
I do a show with Craig. What are you talking about?
I'm just a boy with feelings here, sir. How dare you? Wasabista with 300 yen. Happy birthday, Mike. Sending this in Braille font.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank
sure,
you
it's all very
much.
kind.
And Silence Do Good, $5. For $5, I can make Karl say anything. Ironically, that's what he paid the last time he made a hormone.
Oh, they got you.
What? I don't get it.
Hormone.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the greatest, but it's.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
I get it. All right.
Oh, one coming in from Gabe Utsex. Why don't you read that, Karl?
Yeah, all right. Let me read that one real quick. Sorry, that one just like totally threw me off. Also, whoarethese.com is where you want to go. And I should have said this at the top of the show, but I'll say it now. We do have, this is continuing to run. Anyone who super chats $25 or more gets their own personalized jingle when they super chat anytime in the future. And as you can tell from today's show, we do update those from time to time as well.
Yes.
So some of our favorites have multiple jingles already, and you can get in on the action. And Amish Space Force with 10 Canadian. Happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you, buddy.
And if anyone could wish me luck in my fantasy football draft, I'd appreciate that.
True. Yes. Good luck, Karl.
When should I take a quarterback? What round? That's the question. For 20
This is where I
bucks,
fucked up
can
too.
you
I took
answer-
Mahomes at the end of the second round.
Okay.
But
People
I
laughed at you
don't
for
think that was the right move.
Okay. Well, you never know. A guy like Mahomes can really light it up and win a lot of games for you.
That was my logic.
Yeah, but I know. Then people will say, like, oh, you take a quarterback in the second round, and then you got to feel stupid about it.
I know. I was humiliated.
You're supposed to take a wide receiver that might get 900 yards and be out.
Actually, I went to a get together. I don't know all the guys in my league, and a couple guys I don't know were talking. They're like, some retard took a quarterback in the second round, and I was like, "Hey, let's beat that guy up! What a loser!
What a jerk off! I bet he can't get it up either, right, guys? What a chode! All right, this has been fun, Mike. I think it's time to sign off, though.
All right, see you never, folks.
Who are these socials?
That's what this audience wants to hear. Like, whoa!
Who are these socials?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Folks, what you were about to see is real. With Karl.
Okay, we got it.
And Blind Mike.
For the father.